Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Katie Smith, and today I am so excited to tell you a story. I want to start with a story. It's a little different. If you're joining me for the first time, I am a speaker and a coach. I'm a mom. I love my family, my spouse, and I love talking about mindset and about goals and where we're at with the Lord. So, those are some things that I'm just super, super passionate about. And if you stick around to the end of this live, I'll tell you how you can get in touch with me more. So this morning, I woke up in a really bad mood. And I don't know if that's like your normal, but that is not my normal anymore. That was my story for years. I would wake up in a really bad mood and I would be discouraged, and it would take me hours to get out of the funk. And so this morning when I woke up and I was in a funk, I'm like, why am I in such a bad mood? Like, this does not make any sense to me. And I'm like, I'm angry that I'm angry, right? Because let me tell you what happened yesterday. So, yesterday, my husband and I switched our schedules so that we could have a date day when we could go out and be in nature and, do some weekly shopping and whatever when most people weren't around. So, today's Tuesday. Yesterday was Monday. Yesterday also happened to be the day after Valentine's Day. So we went and actually I had all these good things happen. So when I woke up this morning and I was in a bad mood, I was like, what is going on? This doesn't make any sense to me. And my husband and I have been married for almost 21 years, which is remarkable. We both come from divorced homes. And when we got married 20 years ago, we were like, okay, this is for life. We're in it for life. Like, that's what we're after, is we have to figure this out. And I will tell you the truth, guys, the first 12 years were extremely hard. We went into ministry for many years, and I remember when we would talk, we'd be speaking at churches or events or whatever. And like year 16, I remember this distinctly because he was like, we've been married for 16 years and the last 4 have been awesome. And he would say things like that. And that's like not fun to hear, but it's actually true. We loved each other passionately, but there were things that needed to change in both of us. And really the biggest thing is mindset. We were, living life and things weren't going the way we wanted them to. And that's going to happen no matter where you're at in life. And so today I just want to give you this mental image of drinking from a cup. Which cup are you going to drink from? So like yesterday, we had this amazing day. We went hiking out. We found a waterfall in this misty mountain in the Cherokee National Forest. There's no one there. My husband planned it. It was incredible. And then we went and we found a historic hotel in downtown Knoxville, and it was so beautiful, and there was no one there. And I love historical architecture and I love fine details. And this hotel, it's the Hyatt in Knoxville. If you haven't been there, it's historical. That's where the SEC, the Southeastern College Conference, that's where that was first established, was in that hotel. And then from there, another thing that happened there was it was the general's headquarters for one of the the Southern Army during the Civil War. Like, this place is amazing in terms of history. It's just incredible. And then you walk in and the floor has one of my favorite custom tiles. It's this marble, and they were like little pieces of marble, almost like a bow tie. And then they'd have black around the marble. It was beautiful. I mean, there was so much that was beautiful about yesterday. We walked around, we saw this mural on the wall. There's this market square in Knoxville, and they decorated it for Valentine's Day. I mean, it was uber cute. So here we are having this amazing day yesterday, and our connectedness, even though we're in COVID, is better than it's ever been. But then this morning I woke up and I just felt like death. So I felt like death, and I was just like, this is not good. And I have another cup. I just got it for my birthday, which I love. The cup of life. So I just wanted to put these side by side and show you, like, the cup of death or the cup of life? So what are we drinking from? What are we thinking about in our thoughts all day, every day, from moment to moment? Where are we? And let me just take a swig because this is a good little cup of coffee here. Big cup of coffee. So like if you're focusing on the stuff that's going wrong, like me this morning, waking up in a bad mood, instead of focusing on what is going right and what you can do about what's going wrong, then you are going to get stuck in this ugly, awful cycle. And here's the thing. If you are a Christian, then you have access to the love of God 24/7. And if you're hearing this and you're like, hey, that sounds really good. Then you're right. It is really good. And you can have access to the love of God 24/7 as well. In fact, last night I was talking with one of our sons. He's over 18 now. And he was telling me, he was talking about a struggle a friend of his is having. And I probably shouldn't have said that. But anyway, so he was saying, Mom, the thing is, the gospel is the greatest love story ever. Like, Jesus coming in flesh, we know that's a verifiable fact, whether you're an atheist or whatever. Jesus coming in the flesh is a fact. And God literally chose the worst possible way to die to show us his unending, it cannot be quenched. The love of God, the love that God has for us cannot be quenched. There's nothing that can take it away from those who receive it. So when I was thinking this morning about this, terrible thoughts, angry thoughts that I was having, I'm like, those are death. If I did not interrupt those thoughts, then they would go on and they would take over my day. And then I thought, and if I choose to think about the good things that happened yesterday, if I chose to think about God's love for me, if I chose to think about my purpose and my gifts and my calling and all this kind of stuff, then I'm going to be drinking from a different cup. I'm going to be drinking from this cup, the cup of love. So if you're joining me right now, we're talking, are we drinking from the cup of death? Or are we drinking from the cup of life, of love, and the love being the love of God? So wherever you're at in your journey, it's so good. I just want to encourage you that just like my marriage and my relationship with my husband was so hard for so many years, but we didn't give up. And we begged God for miracles, and we ordered books, and we went to counseling, and we got personal counselors. And when I wasn't doing great, he kept going. And when he wasn't doing great, I kept going. We're still going through it, you guys. Like, he's still got a chronic illness and he's overcoming it, which is amazing. He's taking massive action to, take care of his health. And so am I. We're like, look, we don't know how many days we've got left, but we have got to take full responsibility for this. The Bible says that our body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. So let's figure out what's wrong with the temple and get it healed. And so that's what we're working on every day. I kid you not. It's huge. And then we're also thinking about our, relationship with each other, relationship with our sons, relationship with my mom. She's living with us, relationship with people outside of our home, relationship with people like you. And I am here to tell you that hope is possible, that change is possible, that you can have a life that is full of goodness. You can have a life that is full of thriving, but it's all in the details. A really inspiring book that you might want to pick up is Atomic Habits. It talks about how all these little micro decisions that we make add up to the long-term success we want to see in different areas of life. So going back to this illustration of which cup are we drinking from each day? Are we drinking from the cup of death? Which is like negativity, lack of gratefulness, complaining heart, critical spirit, jealousy, envy, strife, malice, all that kind of stuff is death. It's death to your heart. It's death to your soul. It's death to your body. Or are we thinking about what we are grateful for, how we can serve others, how we can use our gifts to bless others? What do we need to do to take care of ourselves so that we are in a better place to be able to serve one another? And it always goes back to, am I receiving the love I need from God? First and foremost, he is a just imagine a pitcher that just flows over. God is love that will overflow. You cannot exhaust him. You cannot annoy him. You cannot wear him out. You won't frustrate him. He loves it when we come to him and we ask him for all that we need. So a couple of things to support you. One is I have a free coaching group that you can join right now. It's called Katie's Q1 Money Breakthrough Group. You can join that on Facebook. And we are going through the book, The Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, together. And there are tons of action steps in that book. You can jump in right now, get the book, go through the notes that are on the page. There are assignments on the page, and you can jump into action that way. Another way that you can work with me is by reaching out to me one-on-one and saying, hey, what does it look like to work with you? And I will help you do a strategy session. I can even give you access to a challenge that you can go through on your own to get clear on your vision and goals for the next 6 months. And then we can talk about it afterwards. And all of that is free. That's not even hiring me yet. So there are a lot of resources that I have for you that will really bless you. And all it takes is for you to choose. Are you going to drink from the cup of death, which is staying stuck, staying inactive, not interrupting the negativity in your life? Or are you going to drink from the cup of life? The cup of life is moving forward. It's being thankful. It's, I don't know, God, what needs to change, but I'm begging you to show me, and then reaching out for that help, whether it's me or somebody in your church or even a great book. I recommend anything written by Dr. Henry Cloud. It will change your life. Well, I can't wait to hear from you and hear what you thought about this. If you enjoyed this session, please share it, like it, and let me know what you think. I'll be looking for you in the Money Breakthrough Group, and I can't wait to get to know you more. Have a great day, guys, and choose life, choose love. Let your cup overflow with the goodness of God. Take care. See you next Thursday. Bye.